This is traffic ticket defense attorney Michael Beer. I don't ordinarily come to you on the weekend, but I think this is so important that I had to get it out there right away. We found out on Friday that the Department of Motor Vehicles is proposing some new regulations that are going to severely impact drivers in New York State. This relates to points, this relates to the look-back period for persistent violator issues and other important issues relating to licenses. So firstly, anyone convicted of an alcohol or drug-related incident will receive 14 points on their license. 14 points. The DMV has now increased the consequences for violations that have 11 points, including driving while suspended, including increasing the points for passing a school bus from 5 to 8 points, as well as any violation involving weights or measures, bridge weights, or anything involving weights or measures under the vehicle and traffic law, as well as making it a 8-point violation to speed through a construction or work zone in excess of the posted limit. So these are significant increases in the point value for some very common violations. School buses went from 5 to 8. The speeding violations went from a progressive number depending on the speed to a flat 8 in the school zone. There used to not be any points for driving while suspended or points for exceeding the weights and limits. These are now increased points. The most important issue that the DMV is changing or proposing to change is the 18-month look-back period. This is the period within which they can conglomerate points for purposes of assessing persistent violator suspensions or other consequences. They want to change this from an 18-month look-back period to a 24-month look-back period, adding an additional 6 months onto the look-back period, making the volume of potential persistent violators higher. In fact, the Department of Motor Vehicle indicates that these changes are in part because they want to increase the number of persistent violators. They write in their notes that they expect that this will increase about 40% the number of drivers who will be considered persistent violators. So it's very important that you be cognizant of these changes, amend your driving habits, or contact the law office of Michael Beer to help you to navigate these new and very serious additional consequences for your driver's license. If you have any questions, contact the law office of Michael Beer